Guys, I know a lot of you haven't seen my face in a while. That's because I've been over here working my ass off. But I just want to go over a trade that I did today with my signals group, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will like it. So let's get into this right away. So earlier today, let me see, where was this? Right here at 12:45, I gave my group a trade. I told them I'm taking a YOLO on IWM 266 call, and it literally was only $4 per contract. So if you had $4, you could have gotten to this trade. Now, this is the most important part. I was telling them I am sizing for zero. So essentially, this is all or nothing with this trade. So I'm only risking money that I'm okay with losing. Now, here is why I took this trade. So let's get into the charts. So if we get into the actual chart here on IWM, we can see in the morning, we had an amazing push up, right? Trump came out, he spoke. I don't remember what he said. I think he said something about the stock market doubling, and that gave price a lot of juice for this upside push here this morning. And then we can see around 9 a.m., 10 a.m., we got a big decline to the downside, okay? So when we see something like this in the market where we have insane volume to the upside, insane volume to the downside, it's a clear indication that this was unhealthy price action and we have to regulate at some point, okay? So the regulation point is over here. Right within this area, as price is chopping sideways, this is the regulation point. Now, we have to be careful with this when, coming up with our bias, so we have to use a few things here. So instead of just looking at this and saying, oh, the market's going down, I expect it to go lower, or the market's going down, I expect it to go higher, we have to have reasons to believe one or the other. So let's look at this here. We can see we filled the gap from, I believe this was Monday's open, or Friday to Tuesday. And at that point, it is very clear that we are no longer in bearish territory. So therefore we can see, okay, overall market's bias is bullish. So let's take that into account, and we can see this is the demand zone that gave us that push up to break structure. And then here you can see we broke previous liquidity right here and right here. So therefore our bias should be bullish. And for us to go up, really the only spot that we have is right over here. And if we go down to the 15, we can refine this to this point. So now we have to get into the art of polishing our entry, okay? Now, this year, price action is a bit different. It's a lot going on. So I changed my entry strategy quite a bit. I'm no longer trying to catch sniper entries, okay? The old me would try to catch the perfect entry somewhere down here, down here, down here, and I probably would have got cooked with this consolidation. So with this, my whole strategy and really layout to this was I wanted to get some confirmation within structure. So on a 1 minute here, and typically I use 1 minute for entries. And actually, let's go back to see what time I called this trade exactly. It was at 12:45. All right, so 12:45 was right over here. Okay, yeah, perfect. So I wanted to see some sort of really confirmation. So as soon as price broke this internal high, that was confirmation that we can expect price to move higher. So right around 12:45 over here, we can see we got some great price action moving to the upside within this push. So then over here, I just really wanted to see a continuation. Now, if I wanted to set a real stop loss on this trade, this low would have been it, whereas our entry was on this candle. Ideally, if this was a trade that wasn't sizing for zero, my stop loss would have been right at this structural low from the 1 minute right there. And as I showed you before, I said my target was the supply zone, and I believe it was a 15-minute supply, which was exactly up here. And that is where the target was. And then as you can see, this trade literally played out perfectly, and this is exactly where I exited the trade. So now let's talk about how much I actually made off this trade. I turned $860 to over $15,000, profiting me $14,000, 1,666% return. Now, as I said before, trading is literally something that can be amazing for you in life if you just go about it the right way. As you can see, this wasn't something to be greedy on or something I was just gambling or guessing on. This was something I was confident in, and I was confident in it enough to actually give it to my students. And as you can see, for those that took the actual trade, it worked out for them very well. And I just hope really this video can give you some insight on my signals group and how I trade and whatnot, because nowadays in 2026, like, I'm telling you, everyone's trying to trade. Like, I could literally go across the street and just pick a random person. I bet they've probably heard about trading. So if you've been following me for some time, just watching my content, I'm telling you, this is the year that you need to actually lock in and figure this out, because if you don't, and let's say you wait another 2 months, 5 months, or so forth, that's 2 to 5 months that you could have been getting good at this skill. All right, now I make it super easy in my signals group. Literally, I make it as simple as possible for you to learn, because for me, that's really the main goal. And over here in this recipe tab, I have a bunch of learning material, a bunch of trading material on Zoom and whatnot, where I break down my trades just as I did right now, and so much more. And this community, honestly, is where a lot of sharks are. It's really just for people that have a lot of potential when it comes to trading, and they just want a community where everyone is like-minded, everyone wants the same thing, and we all flourish in there because we all help each other out. So if that sounds like something you would want to be a part of, just hit the link below, fill out the form, and I will reach out to you to help you get started. I will post the link to the signals group in the description of this. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Just wanted to show my face once again. And yeah, today was great. Made over $14,000 from trading. Literally took less than an hour. So I'm happy, about to go to the gym, and I will catch you guys in the next video.